All right, welcome everybody to our performance seminar today. This is for Wednesday the 4th, and it is our 6:30 session. We have three young pianists here, ready and eager to perform. I'd like to open up the floor to Mr. Ian. All right. So Ian, when you're ready, go ahead and introduce yourself. You know the drill, and your piece.
My name is Ian. I'm playing Forest Whispers.
Who's it by? Who wrote it?
Dennis Alexander.
There you go. Well done. How's that for you, Ian?
It's okay.
Yeah? So, what's the next stage for you with the learning of this piece?
To learn the
Have
rest.
you, okay, that's good, definitely for sure. If you were just focusing on measure 1 to 17 again for the next week, what would you aim to do? What are some things that you'd want to do to add more musicality to this piece
Um,
and get closer to the character, Forest Whispers?
I don't really know.
All right, that's cool. Well, we'll go around the room. Aviana, do you want to offer some thoughts to Ian if he was to, when as he levels up to improve this piece? What are some things you feel he could add
Well,
to what
maybe
he
you
already
can
has?
play it like a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
I mean, the
What do you think about that?
dynamics are
Yeah,
good though.
yeah. What was that? Sorry, Aviana?
The dynamics are pretty good though.
Name's so good, yeah. What do you think of her thought, Ian, about playing it more legato,
Yeah. Maybe.
right? Yeah, just to make it more connected, right? And I mean, look at this, like these massive slurs over the top. Sophie, do you have some thoughts for Ian on his performance?
If I'm being honest, I just agree with her.
What was that? Sorry?
I agree with her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I agree with you too as well, Aviana. So it's getting that smoothness, but also you can start playing around with the tempo a little bit, Ian. Is this a kind of piece that needs to stay the same tempo the whole way? Or do you feel there's room to kind of get faster and slower in certain parts?
Faster and slower on certain parts.
All right. Even in the middle of the phrase, because it's a long phrase. So once you get comfortable with the notes, and right, you get them under your fingers and you know exactly where you're headed, you can play around with, continue building your dynamic range, but also play around with how you want to shape the phrases by finding places that you can get a little bit faster and a little bit slower. Yeah, I think that would be it. And then, yeah, then as Aviana was saying, really listen to how your notes connect from one to the next, in the left hand and in the right hand. Yeah. that they're as legato as possible, because I think that will also capture the character of the Forest Whispers as well. Very good. Okay, thank you, Ian. All right, we will continue. Come back again once you've got the rest of the piece. Then we go Aviana. All right, Aviana, stage is yours.
Okay, hi, my name is Aviana, and I'm gonna play Sonatina in C major by Kalau.
Bravo, Aviana. Aviana, what did you think of your dynamics toward the end?
Maybe it was good. Like I did it pretty loud at the end, and like also kind of the staccato. Miss
Yeah.
mentioned.
Actually, I reckon you could have gone 10 times louder.
Yeah.
For sure, right? Because it was so dun 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 dun, dun, bang, bang. It's fortissimo and it's staccato, right?
Yeah.
So you can end with just more weight into the keys. Just push down the keys quickly. It gives it more bite. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. What are your thoughts on this performance?
Well, I certainly did better than my last performance. Like I got better on my 16th notes, so kind of, and I made
Yeah,
them louder. Also.
You did. You did. I think as well you're starting to get, because you're more confident with the notes, you're starting to create some more lovely lines and shape with the phrasing.
Yeah.
That's good. What would you like to and you perform that by memory, right?
Yeah.
Well done. So what would you like to improve next? What's the next step for you?
I want to like work on more of the dynamics, like you mentioned at the end
Mm-hmm.
specifically.
I think so. All right. Well, you can definitely work on that there. Let's go around the room. Ian, you have some thoughts to offer Aviana?
I really liked how some parts were more energetic than others, and the dynamics about the piece were really smooth.
Yeah, I thought so too. There was definitely energy in certain places, and in other places she really pulled it back, which gives it some variation, right? So it's not all the same. That's good. Sophie, some thoughts for Aviana?
I thought the whole piece was played like really well. This is just a personal opinion, I guess, but maybe a bit softer on the piano.
Yeah, you can definitely experiment with that. Thanks, Sophie. What are your thoughts on that, Aviana? Do you reckon you could be a little quieter when it says piano?
Yeah, like at the beginning, kind of like a little bit more quieter.
Yeah, I think so.
And also
So-
like when it like goes back, like at the second page when it goes back to the same thing, I need to be a little bit more quieter. I think I forgot.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a ton of dynamics throughout this piece.
Yeah.
There is a lot. So just continue paying attention to what's going to come next, so that you can prepare your mind, but also prepare your hands with how to move at the keys. All right. I think once you get to all these, where is it? When the left hand has the melody, really bring out those left hand melodies and just have the right hand simmer in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your triplets were great, yeah, da 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 da. But the left hand as well, same thing. It can come out even more. It can be more grand, almost kind of like Beethoven shaking his fist in the air or something, right?
Mhm.
That kind of deal. And then when you have the piano, yeah, da, 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 you can be really pretty with it. Really allow it to sing and use your hand more to roll over the keys to create some more shape of these phrasings. Yeah. It's a lot of detail work in this piece, right? All
Yeah.
detail work on this piece. So continue paying attention to how the piece unfolds, all these accents, all these runs. Make sure that when you play your runs, ask yourself, are they interesting? Do they go somewhere? Or do they just sound like scales? Yeah? Right? So just watch the recording back and then you can ask yourself some of those questions so you can continue moving forward, okay? But I think you can definitely do just more. You can just be bigger with this piece and be even more dramatic with the dynamics, okay?
Okay, yeah.
All right, cool. We look forward to hearing some more of it, Aviana. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay. And Sophie, stage is yours.
Hello, my name is Sophie, and I will be playing Arabesque.
Strong performance there, Sophie. How was that for you?
I screwed up on the last part pretty bad.
Meh, who cares? The majority of that was great. That was a lot of energy. What do you reckon, Ian? You've given Sophie a clap. What do you think of her performance?
I think it was a steady tempo throughout the piece.
Yeah.
The dynamics were great.
Yeah. Do you feel that so a skirt sando should be a joke, right? It's joking. Also, allegro means fast and lively. Do you feel that she caught that character in her playing in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great then, right? Do you have any advice for how she can continue progressing?
I think this is a great piece. I think she's been doing really well. I don't think there's anything that could really make it better.
Okay, cool. Thanks for your thoughts. Aviana, some ideas?
Huh?
Some
I have
ideas
an
for Sophie?
I also think the piece is really good, except maybe she can like make it a little more bit more softer, like in the beginning of the piece. Like in
Yeah.
the middle of the piece, it sounded really nice.
Yeah.
Rest of it.
I agree, Aviana. I think you had great control over these 16th notes here, Sophie, especially in the left hand, because these aren't always easy. I thought you did a really great job in keeping those under control. The way that you play these ones in the right hand, it's really lively. But I agree with Aviana. And what are your thoughts, Sophie? Do you believe that you could play quieter in the opening?
Yeah, I do. I noticed that a little bit when I got towards the middle part. I
Right.
thought I was a bit too loud, so I started making it a bit
Mm.
softer towards the middle part.
Yeah, it's often the case though, how when we perform, we notice a little bit when you're about halfway through, like, I really should be adjusting my dynamics. So you can think more about it as before you perform, even when you're practicing. How do you make a quiet sound? What do I need to do? Like, is it lighter on the keys? Am I using more fingertips? Find your way to play light, and then hear it in your head first before you play, right? Don't just jump straight into it. I think all of this was fine. I'd be curious actually for you to play this at like a notch or two slower, just so that you can allow some of these measures to breathe. Yakata, 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 right? I mean, listen back to the recording. Listen back to the recording, and you let me know what you think. Because at a slightly slower speed, you can have more time to bring out more of these lines, to make it sound more like a dance. I'm not saying that you can't make it sound like a dance at this tempo, but experiment with a couple of beats slower and giving a little bit more breath between the 16th notes, and giving more shape to both the right hand and the left hand line here in these B sections. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Also, at a slower speed, you'll be able to nail these last notes over here, right? Yeah, da, 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 da. Bang! Yeah, you don't actually need to rush it either, by the way. You go yaga da 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 da, bang, right? So just keep that in mind, because it's a grand ending, so you don't need to just da 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 bang. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Excellent. You guys have been wonderful. Keep up the great work. Most importantly, though, do watch this video back, because it'll give you vital information about how you can improve for next time. I mean, once you watch it back, you'll realize, oh, these are some things that I missed when I was playing because I was so occupied with my playing. I wasn't really listening. So by listening back, you can take down some notes, figure out what you're doing right, but also what you can improve for next time. So until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for performing, everybody.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night. Welcome.